Hi, thanks for tuning in, my friends. I'm so addicted to YouTube now. I mean, it's like I got to get the information out there. Now, but anyways, today is July 18, 2017, and I want to discuss or talk about judgment role and what is a judgment role. Um, for the record again, I hate to say this little clause or disclaimer is that I am not an attorney, I'm not a paralegal. This is from trial and error. And let's get to the point. Anyways, from my trial and error, I have filed 2 appeals in regards to my child support case or family law case. I filed other appeals for other cases, but of course they didn't go nowhere. You can probably search that. From my child support case and my family law case, you probably search online. It will say something to the fact that she claims, and if you look at the decision, it's like it's not even a normal way the Court of Appeals here in the 3rd District writes. So basically, they knew I was right, but they're protecting their cronies here in Sacramento. Especially my case is null and void, and so basically, and also too, they try to discredit me because they don't want people who are doing their research to come across me. They'll say, "Oh, okay, it was a family law case," but in actuality, it was a child support case. And that is why I'm posting my case information and, my opinions and educational material to help you, guide you through the corruption of child support and this family court system. First, I'll also say that it's very important when you go and try to appeal your child support case or a family law case, make sure that you do have a court reporter, because if you don't have one, and you're going to go to the appeals court with a minute order on hand, which is a judgment roll, those are not appealable, and I'm going to show you some examples of that. Even if you have a court reporter, you make sure you review and reread your court transcripts, because oftentimes the court reporter will transcribe the case, or whatever happens in the case. Then it'll go to the judge. The judge will review it. They'll say, take this out, take that out, take this out, take that out. And when you get your clerk reporter's transcript, it'll be like some stuff will be missing, or it will say inauditable, like ... And you're like, how can it be inaudible? Well, the court reporter's responsibility is to stop you from, when you're talking, to restate what you're saying, and then also to make sure that she hears you clearly. See, in other counties here in California, they have court reporters as well as electronic recording monitors, which will transcribe while you're talking. I've seen that firsthand. But see, in Sacramento, they did away with it in 2007 because they knew that they were creating fraud upon the people. It's more so in my case. I tried to get my electronic recording monitor tapes. They refused me. I haven't went back yet to get those tapes, but, I'm on a whole different process right now. I know it's taking me some time, but as soon as I go to my next step in my, of my case, best believe I will share that with you, online. So anyways, what is a judgment roll? I found this simple thing online, which is considered a minute order. So a minute order, judgment roll, is a courtroom clerk's written minutes of court proceedings. A minute order is done when a trial judge sits officially with or without a court reporter, and a clerk keeps minutes of the court session. In this case, a minute order may be only record of an oral order made by the judge. Get it? The judge, or in this case, commissioner or magistrate, whatever state you're in. So the key thing is, in this case of a minute order, in this cases, the minute order may be the only record of an oral order made by the judge. So that means that when you're saying, they don't have jurisdiction, they don't have a right, you specify your case, it's not on the minute order. It's not. It's only the record of the judge or the magistrate or the commissioner on your case. Period. Okay? And that is not appealable, and I'm going to show you why. Okay, so now I'm going to show you, I went to a Google Scholar, not to be published, 3rd District Court of Appeals of California Judgment Row, right? Now, before I begin, let me show you what a judgment roll is, or a minute order, okay? A minute order, remember I told you that it's an order made by the judge itself. So, in my case, well, this is an old contempt proceeding that I had, 2012, and see, reporter was none. You see that? And then this is made by the judge, DCSS, which is Department of Child Support Services contempt proceeding. Of course, as I know now, my case is null and void. I've been trying to get that voided out for a very long time, but they won't let up because they have to pay me. So, so basically, remember I said in my contempt, this is something off the record, I mean off the subject, but quasi-criminal nature of contempt and the right to remain silent. You see all this nonsense they put in there? But anyway, so this is my minute order. See? You see the minute order? This is the minutes made by the judge, right? And then, and at the end, if you see here, it goes by, you know, the book number 132, page 143. But of course, my, you know, this again, my contempt was dismissed. Order to show cause, you know, for contempt filed on this date without prejudice. Even though that means that without prejudice, they can bring this back again, but they can't because there's a statute of limitations, you know, in regards to bringing contempt actions, in regards to child support, and not even that. My case is null and void anyway, so they can't bring this contempt action. Now that I'm more wiser and more educated in the sense of that, they can't bring this contempt action back again. But anyway, back to regards to judgment roll. So let me show you. Back here, not to be published, 3rd District Court of Appeals in California. Okay, let's bring this up a little bit so you can see it. Let's click on here in the marriage of Hawk and Hall, right? Okay, this person is from San Joaquin County, right? Filed December 2010. Not to be published. Not to be published means you can't cite this case law because it's not part of the record. So anyway, it goes on to say that thus, the record does not include a reporter's transcript of the hearing in this matter. This is referred to as a judgment roll appeal. There's some citations for California Appellate Court, 3rd District, you know, in 1983. Then it goes on to say that the disposition, the trial court is affirmed. Evelyn shall recover her costs on appeal. Okay, let's go to the next case. It's in the marriage of Adams and Adams. Okay, this person is from Shasta County, 3rd District Court of Appeals, filed 2015, not to be published, which means you cannot cite the case. And the California Rules of Court is 0.8.1115A, prohibits courts and parties from citing or relying on opinions not certified for publication or order published except as specified by rule. California Rules of Court 8.1115B. Okay, let's go on to here. It says again. Mother has elected to proceed on clerk's transfer, which means the minute order, the documents you file in the court. You know, that's when you what is it called? I forgot the word for it. But anyways, I forgot the word for it. But anyway, that's in the appeals section. But basically, they said she elected, but she didn't elect. So anyways, it goes on to say, thus the appellate record does not include a reporter's transcript of the hearing in this matter. This is referred to as a judgment roll appeal. Citation there. And it's accordingly we affirm the trial court's order, which means that they're not going to overturn the decision. And then it goes on to some facts and summary, which she probably put in her opening brief, and it goes on to say the disposition, the trial court's June 15, 2013 order is affirmed. The parties each shall bear their own costs and appeal. Okay, let's go to the next case. In the marriage of Brocklehurst, okay, this person is from Sacramento County. Filed December 2012, not to be published. Let's go again. Thus, the appellate record does not include a reporter's transcript of the hearing. Is this matter? See, she had a minute order, so she probably didn't know. I know now because I've been through this. This is referred as a judgment roll. Citations again, and goes on to the bottom. Disposition, the order of the trial court is affirmed. Okay, let's go to the next case. County of Solano versus Archer. From Yolo County, which is Davis, West Sacramento, and those surrounding areas. Not to be published. Again, judgment roll. Plaintiff Derek Todd brings his pro se judgment roll appeal from a family court order that denied his motion to recover $37,490 in back child support. Todd said, pursuant to a 2001 support order, Because he failed to demonstrate error, we affirm the order because there was no error on the minute order. Let's go on to the bottom. To all this at the citation, disposition, the order of the trial court is affirmed. Okay, let's do 2 more. Okay, in the marriage of Johns. Okay, Sacramento resident, 2015, not to be published, goes on to say that, discussion. This post-judgment orders from which mother appeals issuing following a contested hearing in the trial court. The appellate court record, however, does not include a reporter's transcript from that hearing, and no reporter is noted in the minutes, the statute of the minute order. Therefore, we treat this as an appeal on the judgment roll. Citation and disposition, the order of the trial court is affirmed. Cost and appeal awarded to the father. Okay, 1 more. In the marriage of Sharma. You can go on and on. Sacramento resident, 2011, not to be published, goes on again. Husband has elected to proceed on clerk's transcript. So he probably didn't know that the minute order is not appealable. Thus, the appellate record does not include a reporter's transcript of the trial in this matter. This is referred to as a judgment roll. Okay, citation. And we're going to go on to the bottom of disposition. The trial court judgment is affirmed, so all judgment rolls are not appealable. All minute orders are not appealable. Let's go get 1 more. In the marriage of Williams. Placer County, that's up there close to Lake Tahoe, like El Dorado, was it El Dorado, what's those areas up there? Folsom, all those areas, up going towards east of Sacramento. Not to be published. We'll go here again. We conclude wife abandoned her Code of Civil Procedure section 170.6 challenge when she appeared before the trial court judge in subsequent hearing and I can't pronounce that word anyway, in the trial court's assumption of jurisdiction. And 2, in this judgment roll appeal, we must presume the evidence was sufficient to support the trial court's order, and we find no error on the face of the record. You get it? We will affirm the trial court order. Go on to the bottom, disposition. The trial court order is affirmed. Husband shall recover his costs on appeal. Okay, so that there you have it. So therefore, minute orders, judgment rolls are not appealable in any district court. So make sure that you have a court reporter, and if you have that court reporter, when you get your reporter's transcript, make sure that you review it and go over it. Make sure that there's nothing been tampered with, because they will tamper with that. Because as we all know, it's a kangaroo court. I'll call it a judicial mafia, and they will, at any cost, defraud the court, defraud the people, and also misappropriating these Title 4D federal funds that are pouring into this court. So until next time, be encouraged and be informed.